Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome back. And if you are new, thanks so much for checking out my channel. Please hit subscribe and stick around. Today I'm going to be talking about Tar Baby by Toni Morrison. This is her fourth novel, and this is the fourth novel that I've read for Tuesdays with Toni, which is the reading project that I am doing this year with my friend AJ from AJ Dunn Reads and Writes. We are reading all of Toni Morrison's novels in publication order, which is so far a lot of fun. I will leave a link to our introduction videos and to AJ's video for Tar Baby, along with the playlist that I'll put all of that in the description box below, so you can check it out and follow along with what we've already done. I will also leave our reading schedule in case you want to read along with us. You are welcome to do so. So far, I have loved Toni Morrison's first three books, and I was really looking forward to this book. I was hoping that Tar Baby was going to have a connection to one of the previous books, because there was a character named Tar Baby, and unfortunately I didn't find this book nearly as engaging as the previous three. Tar Baby was published in 1981, and that is the year that Toni Morrison said her famous line, "If you find a book you really want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it." And she said this in a speech to the Ohio Arts Council, and you might remember that this was her approach to her debut, The Bluest Eye, and my guess is that's probably her approach to all of her books. Tar Baby is actually based on a folktale that was used in oral tradition and then written in the late 1800s by Joel Chandler Harris. And the story uses a rabbit and a fox to show stereotypical separatist philosophy during slavery. And Toni Morrison takes this story and puts a different emphasis on it and critiquing racist psychology. She also describes it as a love story, which I have a few problems with, but I will explain that in a little bit. Morrison's Tar Baby takes place mostly in the 1970s, and the main characters are Jadine and Sun. The story begins around Christmas time when we are introduced to two families who kind of make up one family. There's Valerian and Margaret Street, and then there's their servants Ondine and Sydney Childs. And their niece is Jadine Childs, who has come to visit. And one night, a man is found hiding in Margaret's closet, and it is Sun. And one of the servants had been feeding him and kind of taking care of him. And Sun takes a liking to Jadine, and even though they are very different, there is this immediate connection between them. So I found Sun to be manipulative and cunning, which he probably needed. It probably served him well in order to survive, but it also works to find his place among the child's family as well. And there are a lot of issues within the child's family, and to me the story became a bit disjointed. So Jadine and Sun leave together, they go to New York, they are very carefree, and it's when they visit Sun's hometown in Florida that things really start to unravel and fall apart, and their differences become too polarizing. So throughout the book, there is this tension between nature, which Sun represents, and culture, which Jadine represents. And Sun is all about his connections to his family and his hometown, whereas Jadine is interested in education and culture, and I would say maybe more accurately, European culture. So Jadine she attempts to embrace Sun's way of thinking and being, but in the end, she can't do it, and she returns to Paris, where she had been a model and had gone to school. Now, The ending is interesting. I won't give it away, but Morrison does not wrap everything up with a pretty little bow. There are still questions left unanswered, and I don't mind that. I don't mind, some ambiguity. I think I would have probably cared more if I had connected with the characters and the story more. I just found what Morrison calls the love story between Sun and Jadine to be very dysfunctional and sometimes unbelievable. So even the comparison to the Tar Baby story, to the folktale, to me it is not about love, but it's entrapment. So I struggled with that part. There are many examples in the story where women are not treated well and not even seen as human beings. And I'm sure that that's probably for a very good reason. But again, it made it difficult to really like any of the characters. And I'm sure that some of this, or maybe even all of this, was me not fully understanding the culture. And as AJ has said so many times, and they're right, these stories that Morrison wrote were written for Black women. And even Morrison herself has said that, she doesn't translate for white readers. So I am sure that the problem is on my end of things. I'm glad that I did a bit of research to learn about the Tar Baby folktale, because I think without that information, I think I would have been, even more lost and would have missed a lot. I guess I was just surprised at how different this book felt to me than the previous three that we've read so far. So I guess what I liked best about this book was the use of the folktale. I did like that. And I also appreciated the tension that was created between Jadine, who was basically assimilating into the white world and culture, through her education and her modeling career. And then Sun, who really understood his identity from his origins in Black communities, and they aren't able to change who they are. So I did appreciate that. Our next book that we are reading is Beloved, which is probably Toni Morrison's most popular book. We have a bit of a break, but AJ and I will be posting our videos for Beloved on June 27th. The only thing that I know about this book is the movie with Oprah that came out quite some time ago and flopped at the box office. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy the book more than I did the movie. Please let me know if you have read Tar Baby. What are your thoughts? Did you like the characters? Did you like the story, the themes? What am I missing? Is there something that I'm missing? I would love to hear what you think. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.